Welcome to the Rad Dad Redemption Podcast. Here's your hosts, Drew and Dex.
Welcome back for a much overdue update. Woo! Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
That's okay.
We're two busy dads.
We did 2 in October, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we doubled our output. Nice little extended vacay, and
we don't want it to feel like a job.
Yeah. So November, took it easy. Then we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna do Christmas, and that'll take us through 2025, baby.
Yeah. Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah. How long have we been doing this show?
Didn't we start like early 23? Was that it?
I kind of gauge it in Christmas episodes, so I think this is Christmas episode 4. This isn't.
No, but the next one.
The next one
is
will
it
be.
4? We'll have to look.
That's crazy. And it's funny because I get questions from people be like, not like, like, how's the podcasting going? They're like, are you guys
you still doing that?
You still doing that? And I'm like, well, you obviously know because you listen, right? Right? Please listen.
Yeah. No, it's a hobby ultimately.
Yeah. And we're back at it.
If somebody wants to start paying us, then we'll take it far more seriously.
What were you saying today? You subscribe to a podcast?
I do. For fantasy football, I subscribe to Establish the Run, and they have a free podcast you can go listen to on Spotify. If you're like nerdy into fantasy sports, specifically football, they do other sports, but it's mainly football. They do like a lot of stats and like research for fantasy football. But then they have like premium only shows and like projections and like draft kits and shit. And it's like $250 a year that I subscribe. And I was like, man, like I wish our podcast was better. And we could get people to pay $250 a year. Yeah.
What do you think people would pay to listen to our podcast?
Currently?
Yeah.
0. Because that's what they've been paying to this point, and the product has not improved whatsoever. Like, there's no justification. Like, at least when I pay my $250, I get it. Like, they have a Discord group for premium subscribers. They have employees. Like, it's a whole thing. There's a website that you can go in. They have like private YouTube videos you can watch.
We could do those. We could do some Blippi videos.
Yeah.
That rocked my fucking world.
Me too.
Yeah, it's crazy that you pay for a podcast, but I guess if you're like setting your lineups, gives you a competitive edge.
Oh, me paying for podcast.
No, the Blippi thing is crazy.
The Blippi, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know this. If you don't have kids, you might not know who Blippi is, but Blippi's like, a Miss Rachel character about way
He's done
more
collabs with Miss Rachel.
Yeah, which is nuts now knowing the information that you were the one that texted me this.
No, Sean was.
Okay, yeah. Blippi, before he was Blippi, was a character named Steezy Grossman.
Yeah, and he was doing like jackass level videos. Like, is that how we want to? Probably even worse.
Well, I would say probably worse because one of the videos or the BuzzFeed article that we were linked to is that as this character Steezy Grossman, he does like a Harlem Shake. So this is Harlem Shake era trend.
Yeah, so I remember doing that in first year broadcasting. We did a Harlem Shake video, and so that would have been 2009 was when it was popular.
Yeah, so it's him. He's wearing a bike helmet, and he's just on the toilet, and it like starts out, and it's the Harlem Shake, but then when it does the drop and it cuts to him with his buddy is now in the washroom, and his buddy's like on his back, kind of like ass to the wind, like full frontal nudity, like gaping butthole.
Gaping butthole, like he's got his legs out, like yoga position.
And when the beat drops, Steezy,
AKA
Blippi, takes like a full human diarrhea shit on his friend. Yeah. And this is a real video that exists.
And this is like beloved children's, like my youngest watches Blippi daily.
I feel like you're not allowed to do that.
No, I texted you and Sean yesterday. She was watching Blippi, and I like took a picture, and I was like, "When does he shit?"
I just feel like the producers of his show now, like they're interviewing, and I guess he's a self-made man. Like he kind of created the character and came up through YouTube, so there wasn't like an interview process.
Yeah,
but like I'm going to audition for the new rendition of the Teletubbies, and I nail the interview. Things are going well. They're like, yeah, you're a shoo-in for Twinkie Winkie. like
You would be
I would
You
be.
would be super twinky.
That's the only one I would try out for. And then they're like, okay, just before we sign the contract, is there anything we need to know about you? Like, do you have a history of gross out videos that you've been posting online? You know, like comically, like you haven't done anything like take a human shit on someone else to a Harlem Shake song, you know? I'm like, yeah, no, I did do that actually as Steezy Grossman. And they're like, you know what? We can look past that. This is a children's show.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking nuts.
The thing to me is like, yes, he kind of, because he's popular on YouTube, he kind of didn't end around the usual entertainment business like trajectory, right? Like
Yeah.
he didn't have to go through.
He didn't have to interview.
agents. He made his own videos, but now he's like grown to a level where he has like deals with toy companies, and you know, you watch some of his videos, and he's quite clearly done like some type of sponsorship deal with a indoor playground or a water park or something like that. And I'm like, so he is like making money off of like other people who preferably, I assume, would not like to have crazy diarrhea Steezy Grossman as their representative of their business.
But they know it. Like, that's the thing. Like this interview, this article that you read, you know, like I imagine him sitting in like a comfy Chesterfield with a monocle, and he's just like counting his ticker tape, and he's like, oh yes, no, that was a past life. That was crazy.
The thing that happened.
It's his quote. The quote in the article is like, I did have a period where I made gross out videos,
And I deeply regret it.
I deeply regret it. Anyway, I'm this huge
And
famous.
it's still on the internet though.
That's nuts. That's nuts that we live in this dystopian future that you can make that video and then also be like a child star.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's a history of famous people that have like these skeletons in their closet, but they're not just like nonchalantly doing a BuzzFeed article like, hey, yeah, no, I did that, and now I'm still famous. Like, you find out after their career's already ran its course. You're like, oh yeah, Pee Wee Herman like jacked off in a movie theater. Yeah. It's like, oh what?
Which was like honestly the least surprising thing to find out. Like when you watch Pee Wee Herman, you're like, there's something weird about that guy. And the fact that nothing ever came out about him until after he was dead.
Yeah.
I was like, man, he buried that good.
Yeah. Is that a thing? Is that feel like
it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, in the grand scheme of like things that have done horrible things, like sexual things in their lifetime, like the Epstein files, right? Like that's like the big conversation right now. Jacking off in a movie theater is like so far on my radar, like so far down on my radar. Of,
oh,
like,
it doesn't even register.
Yeah, I'm like, and I was like, you know, what kind of theater was it? If it was a porn theater, like, yeah, everybody jacks off at a porn theater.
I mean, yeah,
I assume
that whole concept is bizarre to me. I don't think it's a thing. You don't go to the theater to view porn anymore.
No, but so when I lived in Vancouver, I didn't go to it, but there was this famous porn theater downtown. I think it was called Fox Theater or something. And people would always joke about it. And I was like, oh, that's not a real thing. And then like looked it up and I was like, oh no, it is a real thing. And how gross would that fucking place be? Like just dudes going to watch porn.
Yeah, and then you're
in a group setting.
And you're in a group setting in like a public place. I don't even like, you know, at a bachelor party setting, if they get like a stripper or something like that, you know? I don't know if you've ever been in that situation. Have you ever had a stripper at a bachelor party?
Yeah, mine.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I like to black that whole weekend out, both literally and figuratively. That was not a good showing for me.
Yeah, well, she was.
She wasn't a stripper. She was a full blown.
She was a prostitute.
She's a full blown prostitute.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is our Blippy moment.
Okay, but not. Yeah, we're canceled or not. I guess you can just do these things. You can just be like a documented pedophile and then also the president.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. But yeah, that was a wild one at yours. But I just even in the best of situations, you know, at the end of the day, you're just in a room with your dudes,
all having boners,
getting hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like that's.
And that's what I said. I told the people planning my bachelor party, I was like, I absolutely do not want.
Don't do this. I don't want it.
I don't want this. I don't want this because. Like, and I hate to sound like holier than thou. I've been to strip clubs. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm above that. Never really liked it because I was acutely aware that like everybody just was like fucking horned up and like it was just gross.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, yeah, I don't like if it was just me watching someone,
which is also
weird.
But
like that somehow that feels better when it's like in a group setting and there's like, you know, in at a bachelor party, you know, a dozen of your best friends. But at a strip club, hundreds of strangers potentially.
Yeah, people you
It's
don't
just-
know.
It's just weird.
Chucking
It's weird.
loonies.
And so I remember being like pissed off when everybody's like, "Oh, let's get all the chairs in the living room," and I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "You'll see," and I was
You'll-
like, "You fucking assholes!" And then the girl got there and she was like, "Oh, I don't take my clothes off in front of groups of people," and I was like, "That's the basic job description of being a stripper."
When they did her interview, she's like, "Yeah, I used to do gross out videos, and I also do not strip under any circumstances." They're like, "You're hired."
And then she basically just hung out and like drank beer out of the fridge the whole night.
Yeah, and then she obviously no names, but then there was like your one wild friend,
Yeah.
who came and like disappeared with her, and then like I swear to God, it was
He came out.
yeah, it was a messy night.
Yeah.
and we're already laughing like the minute she was like, "I don't strip," we're all like, "Okay."
Yeah, like I remember I just like stood up and walked away. I was like, "You guys are fucking idiots." Like,
Yeah.
I hope you didn't pay this girl very much
Her
money.
like her what do you I don't want to say pimp.
It was her bodyguard, her pimp bodyguard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was just waiting outside.
yeah.
But your pal just disappeared, comes back, and he's like, "Yeah, apparently we owe her another $400." And we're like, we do not.
We don't.
Whatever just happened between you and this like solid four,
Like the grossest girl in Brooks. Yeah.
yeah, like you need to square that up.
Yeah.
I just remember
I remember he had to take a cab into town
to get money,
to go to the ATM and come back.
probably with that guy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably at gunpoint. And he's just, but I remember, like, he's like, "We owe her this money." We're like, "No, we don't." And just he's like, he's nodding. He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right."
Yeah, they got me.
They got me. They got me.
Yeah, it was
I
like,
can't
no,
hide this.
we prepaid for this. I remember afterwards, God.
And that was
Again.
at. Hold on. That was at our other mutual friends' parents' vacation property, and whatever happened between this friend, whatever steezy Grossman occurred, was in like his parents' master bedroom. You know?
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, sure, you boys can use the cabin. Like, have fun. Don't do anything we wouldn't do." And it's like, "Well, we're gonna hire a prostitute, and this one random stray is gonna take her down in your bedroom." Oh God. Yeah.
I remember,
That's where the night fell apart for me, because she wouldn't strip, so I took my pants off, and everyone was like, "You have a micro peen." Oh God.
Yeah. And I remember you taking the whipped cream and putting it, and then it just started melting and dripping all over the floor. I remember, again, not going to name names of the person that hired this prostitute.
But I want to.
I really
I
want to.
really want to say it.
But they filed a complaint with like her pimp afterwards that she didn't actually
Like on Yelp.
Yeah, like I was like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like you thought you were gonna get a refund? Like they were like, yeah, she didn't like fulfill her obligations, and I was like, you're arguing with like potentially organized crime.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we'd like a refund.
You got to contact Visa.
Yeah.
They
we do a
didn't
chargeback?
They didn't actually do what she said she was going to do. And what is it she said she was going to do? Well, she was going to do this Harlem Shake thing.
Oh God, I wish we had video on our podcast because I'm fucking crying over here.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, okay, we've just lost so many listeners.
Every time poop comes up, it's like I hear my father-in-law's voice in my head. He's like, I don't mind your podcast. You know, he's never like complimentary. He's like, I'll listen to it if I have nothing else to do. You know, I'm stuck in Hamilton by myself and it's my last resort. I will turn on your podcast.
Oh, that's
And then-
high praise.
Yeah. And then he's like, and then you guys start talking about poop. And there's something about it. I just don't like it. You know, it really turns me off. So we lost him immediately.
At least we always do it at the beginning so he doesn't commit too much time to the episode.
If we graph the amount of episodes that start out talking about poop,
It's 90%.
it's 90%.
Yeah.
But there is a segue there, because we were starting to talk about things that are like kind of unacceptable but are accepted. And this experience, you know, it resonates a little bit with the last Hubtown comedy show.
Yeah.
I wasn't in attendance. I've been trying to get to more. I wasn't at this one. A busy week. But tell us a little bit about what happened.
It got off the rails.
It came off the rails.
Yeah.
This is an amateur show, right? There's not a lot of vetting going on. Basically, if people want to come up and try stand up, yeah, this is your venue.
And that's, you know, I will like Lisa and Mark at Hubtown have like fully supported comedy.
They're
And-
amazing. Yeah.
And even with some of the like crazy shit that's happened, some of the terrible comedians have gone up. They've been like, no, like we're here to support this, and that's part of comedy. Like they almost, it's not just, they're not looking at it just from a business standpoint of like, let's get people in and buy beer. They actually genuinely want to support comedy, right?
Yeah.
So they are quite possibly the best people in Okotoks to be hosting this event, because there are other businesses that many shows ago would have been like, we're not fucking being associated with this.
It would have ended much sooner. Yeah.
And so full credit to them. They have been like, nope, like this is comedy is saying shit that sometimes makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I agree with that fully. I think there is a line. And I will say that in the last show I felt like that got crossed. And I'm not a person who gets offended by much. I mean, you just heard the first 15 minutes of this podcast.
We toe the line. We often go over the line.
There's not much that will offend me.
Yes. Which speaks volumes.
I had to walk away.
Yes.
I had to walk away at the last Hubtown show and stand in the back because my face was giving away that I was mortified at what was happening with some of these comedians. And so, here's where it got off the rails is, starts out great. Jeff goes up, does his bit. It was right before Remembrance Day. Jeff served in the forces, so he had some jokes and some stories about, shit that happened. And,
Oh, thanks for doing that, Jeff. Hell
yeah. Thanks for your service, Jeff. And yeah, he had some funny stories about like, shit that happened. And so it was a good start. And then, we had somebody go, I forget who went first. Oh, actually a very funny comedian that I was with, I went before at Laugh Shop a few weeks ago. Did a show at Laugh Shop, by the way. But his name's Ryan Butterfield. He's been in the Calgary scene for a while. This is the first time he's been out to Okotoks. He killed it. He's super funny. There was a super drunk guy in the front that was kind of like, I wouldn't say heckling or being rude or anything, but he felt like he wanted to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of, stepping on Ryan's punchlines a little bit. Ryan's doing a joke about, people from the East Coast and how he used to work up in the rigs and how he couldn't understand them, and he understood the like ESL like foreign workers better than he understood the newfies and stuff. And this guy just kept like throwing his own jokes out, his own punchlines. And it was just kind of like derailing Ryan a little bit, but it wasn't insanely disruptive.
And it happens.
It happens, right? You get a drunk guy at a show, it's whatever. But he was friendly and jovial, right? It wasn't heckling. It wasn't like, you fucking suck. And so then next person goes up. I think it was Craig, who's been on the podcast before, did his bit. It was funny. And then this other guy goes up, and I don't know what was in his head. He's been out before.
He was gonna do some vigilante justice. He was gonna take this guy down.
He just kind of wanted to go out and like take this guy down, which is crowd work is tough in comedy, regardless of if you're going after a crowd member.
The
right?
rule of thumb, especially for amateurs, is that like
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah. I also think crowd work, like if you're just trying to do crowd work, I don't want to be a hater. I think it's hacky though. Like when I see just people that only do crowd work, it's become very popular lately because of social media. You can post your crowd work. You don't have to burn your actual material, right? You don't.
Okay.
So it's still, your material is fresh for when people come and see you. But those are professional comedians, right? When you're watching Instagram and you see Ryan Long and he's bantering with a person in the crowd doing jokes. Well, Ryan Long is a touring professional comedian. He is way better than anybody that was at Hubtown that Saturday night, right? So anyway, this guy decided he was going to do some vigilante justice. I hate to be a hater, but like I just don't think he's that experienced or that funny to be doing that in the first place. And it got really heated. Like he starts going after this guy, and obviously he knew he's from the East Coast from previous jokes that this guy tried to interject. And he starts like saying some shit, and then the guy's just like, "How about you shut up and be funny?" And it was just like, "Oh!" And we
oxygen out of the room,
and it was very awkward. And they just kind of were like bickering a little bit, like there wasn't comedy happening. It was just them bickering, and at a point and this guy was like a big dude, obviously been drinking. I was like, is he going to stand up and like, fuck, he was front row. Is he going to stand up and just swing on this comedian? Like that's how it felt. It was like
that awkward, that tense.
Everybody was on edge. And so then he got into his bits, but obviously he was a little flustered. He was like missing some stuff, and it was like dead silent. There was no laughter. It was very awkward. It was like you just watched mom and dad get in an argument at the dinner table. Right. And so then I was supposed to go last, but I'm like looking at the sheet of people, and I'm like, nobody, like, the room's dead right now. Nobody's going to save this. So I turned to Jeff and I was like, maybe you should put me on now, because you already burned, like, Ryan was probably the best comedian there that night. You already burned him.
Yeah.
So I guess I can try and save this. A little bit of ego in it. I was like, hey, I got this.
Fair enough, though.
I did not got it.
Well, and it's fun because I watched it back. You sent it to me, and I thought your jokes were great. Like there was some gems, but the crowd was just.
There was a level of unease.
There was a level of unease. They were restricted in their laughter. Like it was very much you versus that environment.
Yeah.
So I think it was unfair. And then after that, and this is where I wanted to bring it up. The topic of like the line is guys are going up, and it's like it's not comedy, but it's like licensed to just say like heinous
shit,
heinous, awful shit. And it's like, okay, you got a dead room, you got an awkward situation that's already unfolded in front of you, and then like the play is to not go up and try to say the most outrageous, outlandish, almost like even like hateful, like
there was some misogyny and racism and homophobia.
Yeah.
All the big three.
The big three.
And there was some,
without laughs.
Without laughs. There was the old 6-letter F word.
Yeah, that's a crazy
quite
one.
a bit by somebody who is a part of that community, but it's still jarring to hear, right? It's still jarring to hear that word.
It's not microphone talk.
No, and it's, especially within the context of the show. If the show had been going much better, maybe that stuff works. But anyway, I was chatting with Ryan after, or even during the show, because like him and I were both standing at the back, like secondhand kind of embarrassment for some of these people. And I felt bad for some of them. It's like,
you need to physically remove yourself.
Oh, I had to, because my face, like if they looked at me, my face was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like read the room a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. And it was just getting worse and worse as it went. And like some people kind of snuck out between comedians. But I was talking with Ryan and he was like, if you're going to go like this dark, this blue, this like whatever you want to liken it, you got to be real fucking funny. And nobody in this room, I mean, he put himself in that crew too. He wasn't like otherizing everybody else. He was like, nobody here tonight is funny enough to do any of that material. And it was true. Like there was very little laughter after that point. And it all really goes back to how awkward it started off with the third person up, right? Or fourth person up, I can't remember. But it was just like the room was already dead, and then some people were trying to do some really fucking dark comedy. And it's just like, yeah, you got to be, if you're going to hit that, you got to hit it. And it's got to be super funny. And unfortunately, using slurs as your punchline isn't funny. And I'm not going to sit
and
here.
Then they're falling flat too.
Yeah.
Like it's a bad look for the comedian, but also like it does damage for that event. Like if that was your first time going out to Hubtown to see comedy, like you're coming away from that being like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
Like, did I just watch a live Steezy Grossman figuratively? Yeah. But it,
so we did get together. So Jeff, Craig, and I, kind of like Jeff's the leader of the whole thing, but he's also asked, in the past if we can help out a little bit, because Jeff works night shifts and shit, and like sometimes he's coming off night shift and going right into a Hubtown show.
Yeah,
he's like, I've been awake for 17 hours, right? And so we got together, and we also were talking with Lisa from Hubtown, and we were like, the show's big enough now that we can be a little more choosy. We don't have to let anybody up that wants to go up, right? We can say like, hey, here's the room, and there's really no restrictions. Like, and Lisa was probably the most supportive. Like, we were like,
when she phoned, there was a meeting. She's like, I want you guys to come in and talk to me. And
Jeff organized it, but Lisa was joining, and I was just like,
I thought she phoned you, and I was like, you're getting called to the principal's office.
No,
like they're gonna be like, this can't happen anymore.
No, I think it was like a little bit of. I think honestly, on our side, we were a little more concerned that like maybe this went too far, and we wanted to try and like maybe, pour some water on that fire or something, right? And Lisa was cool about it. Like, she was probably the least worried about it out of all four of us. But it was just like, hey, this isn't back when we started the show, when Jeff started the show back in, January, February, where we got 4 comedians out, and it was like, Dex, you're going up 3 times because we need to fill in this time,
yeah.
Right? Like, it was, we've got people that want to come out every month, and now we can be a little more choosy, and we can say, hey, yeah, there's not really content restrictions, but like, understand your room. understand this is Okotoks. It is, generally a conservative small town, and understand, who you're talking to. So with that in mind, I am hosting the next show.
Congrats.
Yeah, so I'm going to be hosting, and I'm curating the lineup. So I've already got some people lined up that I've seen around different shows, varying levels of experience, but I feel like they're going to fit the vibe of like what we're trying to do. We're not trying to do a clean show by any means. I am not a clean comedian at all, but we're also trying to like let's not go way over the line to the point where people stop coming to the show, as you said, where it potentially damages the reputation of the business that's hosting us and giving us a place to do this comedy. Let's be mindful of all of that, and do good comedy. Like, and everybody's learning, and yes, you're not going to go up and kill it every single time. Honestly, that show, other than the Nanton buffet show, was probably the most uncomfortable show I've done. But as you said, I felt like I had some really good jokes, but it was just like, yeah, the room was fucking dead, and it wasn't. Nobody was saving it. Like,
are you so you're hosting, so you're gonna go up first?
Yeah.
Do you do a set then, or you just host?
I'm going to go up and I'm going to do a set. I'm going to do like a 5 to 7 minutes to kick it off, kind of like what they do at the Laugh Shop. And then maybe sneak in some bits between comedians, like short ones, maybe 1 or 2 minute bits. But yeah, really just kind of riff. If a comedian had a joke that I thought was funny and I want to riff on that, I'll maybe do some improv in between them. But yeah, just keeping the show on the rails and stuff.
And when is this?
This one is on December 12th. Is that the Friday?
Oh,
it's a Friday night one instead of the usual Saturday. Let me pull up my calendar.
That's a big
here.
weekend. That's the Okotoks holiday train. Bare naked ladies coming through.
Ooh,
did you know that?
I did not know that. No,
that's kind of crazy. Yeah, they literally roll a train through town, and that stops in town, and they play a free show. They play like 30 minutes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I knew the holiday train comes through town. I didn't know the Bare Naked Ladies would be riding on the train.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the Brooks.
It's not the Brooks holiday train.
But yeah. So come out December 12th. That's a Friday night. I'm going to be hosting. It's my first time ever hosting, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully well, but
yeah, and I think it'll be packed. That's what I was getting at. I think it'd be like a huge weekend downtown. There'll be people in Hubtown, so yeah, very exciting.
Light Up Okotoks, that was packed.
Did you go down?
I did, and it was shoulder because the weather was nice. Like I can't remember a Light Up Okotoks where it's been freaking 10 degrees, right? And so like I've gone years where it's been minus 20.
Yeah, that was my
it
last
was
year
packed. Like went for the tree lighting, we were shoulder to shoulder. Like I was like, this is so uncomfortable. They light the tree and then everybody's trying to get out of there, and you were just like slowly moving through the crowd. I was like, this is a Travis Scott concert. Like,
yeah, Stampede.
Somebody's gonna get trampled,
man. Yeah, well, they're all there to see Huberto.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
I did not see him. No, I heard he was there, but I didn't know where he was. And I honestly, by the time we finished that, and like it took us like a good 15 minutes to walk from like that tree lighting area outside. What is it, the radio station that's there?
The Eagle.
Yeah. There's that area, and then Kaylee wanted to go to Monkey Mountain. So for us to get from there to Monkey Mountain, which is like half a block, it was a 15-minute walk because you were just so close. And then people stop. They see people they know and they stop. And I was like, you're fucking up the whole flow of traffic here. And so we got to Monkey Mountain, had to wait in line to get into Monkey Mountain. And I was like, this is crazy. We could come any other day of the week.
That's the thing. You go down there and like other than like a hot chocolate and an apple cider, it's kind of just like it's downtown Okotoks.
Yeah.
So you're down there. You said it was nice weather, but last year we went down and it's like -20. You're just fighting with their kids to put your mittens on.
Yeah.
They hate it, and then like we're not really accomplishing anything other than just like we went outside at the same time as all these other people.
Yeah.
And there's decorations out. So we skipped it. We watched the fireworks.
Yeah, and so we left before the fireworks, but I can see them from my bedroom window. So we all stood at our bedroom window and watched the fireworks, and I was like, "This is just as good as being down there."
Yeah.
And Kaylee was like, "Yeah," she was fading. She was like, "I don't want to." She doesn't like crowds at the best of times. Like when they lit the tree and everybody was cheering, Kaylee was like, "Fuck!" Alicia's like trying to like weave through the crowd to get out of there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, sounds like a good one to miss. But some of your pictures are they were like a nice family.
Yeah,
time.
it's a nice time. It's just like, yeah, it's a lot.
Do you remember going? Back in the day, like junior high? Like,
I
that
remember
was the
going
thing?
into high school and just getting absolutely wasted drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
That's not a funny like trope in high school. Like
Oh, yeah.
the most inappropriate places and times, or like like you get kids going to school like drunk. Like you could do anything else. You could go anywhere else. You're gonna go where like I'm under direct supervision and I'm like definitely gonna get in trouble.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to light up Okotoks, make a mockery.
Yeah. I'm going to drink a 2-liter bottle of fucking cider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to go to the
Boone's Farm.
Oh man, what's the other one? Baby Duck. We'd go Baby
yeah.
Duck Bison game.
You know what's funny? I saw this. So I don't know if you saw this news article, but because of tariffs, the Phillips Brewing Company has moved their entire production of sourpuss to Canada, and it's because, and so they're based out of I think Minneapolis or something, but it's because 98% of their worldwide sales of sourpuss are in Canada. So when Ontario took all the American booze off the shelves and stuff, 98% of their sales disappeared overnight. And presumably because Canadian teenagers are the only ones in the world. Like I couldn't tell you the last time I had sourpuss. I think I was 16.
It used to be. I like the sour Jack. You do like a half Jack Daniels,
Yeah.
half sourpuss, but just drinking like actual sourpuss. Like no, it's disgusting.
It is disgusting, but it's like a rite of passage to like down at the train bridge drink a Mickey a sourpuss and throw up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We would always get Big Bears.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, it was funny because I was like, no adult, no person that can legally buy alcohol for themselves is like, yeah, I need sourpuss this
It's
weekend.
it's a whole industry propped up on underage.
Underage drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. Underage Canadian kids are keeping the lights on in this company in the United States.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was so funny to me. Anyway, speaking of kids,
Speaking of kids,
my daughter really wanted to be on the podcast. Well, actually, she said she wants to start her own podcast, and I was like, pause. It's a lot of work.
it's really hard. I know we make it look easy. There's just tons of planning involved. You
So
gotta be on.
I pitched it to her that she could come and try it with us today. So
This is exciting.
So she's going to do the kids news. So we're going to bring her in
New segment?
She hasn't been sitting here the whole time while we've been talking about
No,
like,
she's not here.
prostitutes and stuff
we
like
do
that.
do that. We get the guest
Yeah,
on
yeah.
and we talk for 20 minutes. They're like, "Am I on the show?" You guys have just been doing poop jokes.
No, I knew what was going to be happening. Well, not fully, but I knew what was going to be.
So this is the pilot. This could be a recurring segment.
Yeah.
The kids news update.
the kids news update. So we're gonna take a pause. I'll play a stinger, and then we'll have the kids news update.
Hell yeah.
Are you ready? Ding ding, there's the bell. It's time for the Rad Dad Kids News. We're taking off for a brand new adventure. Time to learn, time to pray. Hear what's happening in Kids News today.
All right, we got Kennedy here for the kids news update. Kennedy, how you doing today?
Good.
Okay, you got your notes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna throw it to you. Tell us about what's going on in the world of kids.
Don't be shy. Come on.
It's just me and Uncle Drew. Okay, lean close to the mic and tell us which one you want to do. What news do you want to share?
I'm going to make my own podcast.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about
We're
that.
just
you
talking about it.
You are going to make your own podcast. Who's going to be your first guest on the podcast?
Kaylee.
Okay. Yeah, she was pretty upset she couldn't come down here just now.
What she wanted on?
She wanted on, and I was like, well, I don't know. So, okay, Kaylee, and what are you going to talk about on your podcast?
Lots of stuff and funny stuff that kids can do.
Funny stuff kids can do, like to their parents, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a kid prank show?
Yeah.
Okay, there's something there.
There's something there.
It's like kids bops.
Yeah, give us a preview.
What's a prank you would pull on me and mom?
Put saran wrap around the wall and you guys not see it and you walk through it.
Walk into the saran wrap. That's a classic. What about saran wrap on the toilet? So when you go pee, all the pee comes off the side of the toilet.
Oh, yeah. That one I did with a cereal.
Oh yeah, we did that with the cereal with the elf. Okay. Any other topics on the podcast? The upcoming podcast? I'm glad we're breaking this news on kids news.
I don't know the name of it yet.
That's a very important thing to think about.
That's all I got is Kid Club, and I don't really know I don't know if I want that to be the name yet.
Okay. Yeah, Kennedy's Kids Club, all K's.
No.
No?
Club has C.
Well, yeah, but you could spell it with a K just for.
Yeah, I think club with a K. I think, you know what? There's an angle here. The KKK podcast.
You'd immediately get a lot of listeners.
You would blow up. You would be way bigger.
There's a void in the world that Charlie Kirk left behind. You could fill with that KKK podcast.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So what else are kids into these days? Tell us some news.
Lots of 6-7.
6-7.
What? Okay. What does
What does
that
it mean?
Nothing. It doesn't mean anything.
So why is it so popular? What's? Let us know. We're trying to get into your brain here. Trying to get into the brain of children everywhere.
Kids just think it's funny.
And so, like in math class, when the answer is 6, you guys are like 6-7.
No, like if it's like 6, so if you have like, so 5 plus 3, we did that in school and we were
That's
like-
8.
Yeah, so then we would count by dots. We would be like 6, 7, 8, and then we would have to try not to say 6, 7. Some kids said 6, 7, so they had to stay in. And
You guys are getting punished. The teachers have already gotten sick of it.
We had to stay in and do jumping jacks.
Oh,
Is it so your teacher doesn't appreciate all the 6-7s?
Yeah, she says like no more 6, 7. Kids don't listen.
that's fair. That drive you crazy as a teacher? Is that a thing in like your age?
Yeah, it's out of hand. But I mean, I've lived through a lot of these, and you kind of just chuckle. Like I remember water bottle flips. I
Yeah.
remember dabs. Like these things, they come and they're just rampant. And this one's already on its way out. Like it already gets a lot of eye rolls. And
South Park did a whole 6-7 episode.
yeah, Prime. There was a year, I think we talked about it
Yeah.
years ago, where just like every kid had to have a Prime drink, you
Yeah.
know, and cred. Like it just didn't matter what was in it, but the bottle was everything. So it's just and it's nonsensical. You ask any kid to define it, what does it mean? They're like, well, if you have to ask, you don't know, you don't get it.
Yeah. What's the hot Christmas present this year?
Yeah, what's Santa bringing you?
Candy.
Candy.
Candy's the hot present. That's what everyone's after.
Yeah.
Are there any like toys? Like any hits that people
What are your friends asking for?
Yeah.
2025 Barbie doll.
Okay. The Barbies are still a hit. Yeah. I saw the big thing at Costco. They got the hockey Barbie.
Oh, the PWHL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very cool.
Okay. Any other kid news you want to share with us?
Lots of TikTok dances.
Lots of Well, we did the
K-pop
lift.
demon.
Yeah, the K-pop. My shoulder hurts a lot today.
Oh, I saw the lift. Yeah, that was very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Daddy's very strong.
We tried to the video it showed like they had to stand on, like the kids standed on their dad's shoulder.
That kid was way smaller though,
Yeah.
His dad was way stronger.
and he was in good shape. Yeah, we did that lift. It's honestly, so it's not the parent strength so much. It's actually easier than it looks. It's just the volume of times that we did it yesterday that hurt my shoulder. The kid actually has to hold your arm, and they can't go limp. So I was trying to do it with Kaylee, and she just went like dead weight. And then I felt like I was going to rip her arm out of her socket. Whereas Kennedy could actually control her body to like help
like-
get up.
Yeah, like you had to jump and then like kind of climb on the legs.
Yeah. Yeah. So it requires input from the kids. So younger ones can't really pull it off.
That's good. You guys are going to be trending. Did you post it to TikTok? Is it on the KKK TikTok?
No, we did it on my mom posted it on Instagram.
Yes, it is on the gram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Kenny.
Yeah. Thanks for the kids news. Does this make you want to do a podcast even more now?
Yeah.
Okay. You think about some more episodes.
Can me and Daddy be guests on your podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We're very experienced.
Yeah, we're with it.
We'll tell you how to be successful. All right, thank you, Kennedy. Bye.
Bye.
All right, there you have it. We didn't figure out what 6-7 is.
I think we underestimated. Well, we never figured that out. We underestimated how nervous.
Yeah, she had her notes and she seemed very excited. She sat down with a lot of confidence, and as soon as I started recording, she was like,
She was a little starstruck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get at this table and you got chili champions here.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's on your Christmas list?
Honestly, like I'm at that age where like I'm almost like I prefer that people don't spend money on me. Like we're going to Mexico next week, right? So it's like we've already spent a lot of money to do something fun. And that's really all I want, honestly, is I'm looking forward to it a lot, is just to get to hang out with the family, have some time off work.
That's wholesome. Look at
Yeah.
you.
Well, and so it's like, I mean, I always like getting reloaded on underwear and socks, which sounds so lame, but it's like yeah, I don't buy. I'm still wearing the same underwear that I got for last Christmas, and then like now it's starting to get a little worn out.
360 days and counting.
Yeah. Actually, Man Made has held up quite well. We're not sponsored by them, but like, yeah, I'm honestly like, do I need a reload of underwear? And it's like, yeah, I could use a reload, but like they haven't worn out like other underwear.
Do you work for them?
No, but they just make good undies. Anyway, what's on your list?
Yeah, no, I like stuff.
Yeah?
Buy me all the presents.
I lied. I do like to get reloaded on golf balls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I definitely have like a dad's Christmas list. You know, it's funny. Back in the day, like you're wanting toys. You know, you do want candy. That was on Kennedy's list.
Yeah.
And you get all this shit. And then as you get older, like, yeah, there's the practical side of things, socks and undies side of things. But then you're like, well, I could use a really good knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. give me a sharp knife. My fucking wife asked for a stethoscope. She asked for a present to allow her to do her job
Shouldn't
better.
that be provided by her workplace?
You would think. But,
Or is this like, a contractor got to show up with their own tools?
I think it's one of those things. Yeah, you set yourself up for success. You know, they all buy their own scrubs, and then people spend a lot of money on like designer scrubs. You know, you got to have the little pineapples so everyone knows you're a swinger or whatever the fuck. But it is a thing. So you don't get like a stock stethoscope. You know, I feel like maybe there is a box at the hospital that you can get one, but you get like a really nice one. You know, it works really well, and they're all like, mauve, lilac. Get a pretty one. I just thought that
Goes with your scrubs.
Yeah. I just thought that was like an insane concept. Like, purchase something for me as a gift on Christmas, on Jesus's real documented birthday, that is going to allow me to like do my job better.
Yeah,
like
facilitate
that,
work.
I would never. I can't even think of what that object would be.
I don't know. For me, it might be like a calculator.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
And I already have a nice calculator that I never use. Like
My
the
phone?
I've got a financial calculator.
what's the difference there?
It's got like a pre-programmed formulas.
It's got block, dude. It's got snake.
No, it's got pre-programmed like time value of money and stuff, so I don't have to memorize the formula. I can just hit, and then it says like, what's your X? It's time in years. What's your Y? Interest rate. What's the Z?
I'm already so bored. See,
I know.
don't get me.
I wouldn't ask for that for Christmas, and I already have one, and it was the cheapest one I could buy at Staples.
Like, get me some resources so I can reach these kids. Yeah. Buy me another teacher.
Yeah, can you hire another teacher? Can you move half these kids to another province?
Yeah, but I still wouldn't even waste that wish. I'd still be like, I'd be like, get me that nice knife I've been coveting.
Yeah.
Anything to do with not work, please.
Actually, this leads really well into like what we wanted to do for our episode, which is relationship advice.
Yes.
And getting presents for your spouse. We've talked about this before. I'm a notoriously bad gift giver. So like, I just go to Alicia now. I'm like, what do you want for Christmas? Just tell me. You will know what's going to be under that tree. And so, but kind of similar vein to your wife. She's like, I want like a nice like laptop backpack travel bag to facilitate her work, basically. Like, she wants a work bag.
Yeah, like the practical gift element, there is something. I find there's kind of two things going on, because there's like, you get older and it's like, oh, these are things that I actually need. That becomes an element. But also, we run into this problem all the time. When there are things that we want, like, we're very materialistic. I just buy them.
Yeah, me too.
When there are things that I'm interested in or whatever it is, like, I just go and I get that stuff. So the list kind of becomes obsolete. So what ends up happening for gift giving is, it's very much just like a fucking exchange.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, here are the things.
Here's the thing you probably would have bought for yourself, but because it's within a month of Christmas,
you
I
go
bought
buy
for
it,
you.
wrap it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a good gift giver.
You are.
because
you take a lot of pride in that.
I've always taken a lot of pride in it. It's a love language, you know. I feel like my wife, if we're talking about relationships, there's a disparity in the amount of like everything, like the amount of like I'll say like keeping the house, and not just like, you know, physically managing the house, whether it be laundry or kids' food, things like that, but also just like, you know, she pays the bills, she does the record keeping, she schedules us, like she does everything, and I don't. Like when I say disparity, like it's a 90-10 situation. So Christmas is my time to be like, hey, I do really appreciate that. Like I love you. And also, like, I see you.
I see what you're doing.
Doing everything for me and these kids every single day, and holding down a job. So whatever you ask for, you're going to get. And I'm also going to get you something very thoughtful. So the next time you're, like, hating your life, you just work 12-hour shift, you know, your new stethoscope isn't really keeping you warm at night, I'm going to get you something that says, like, yeah, I love you very much.
See, I've tried to go off on my own and do the gifts where I'm like, I think Alicia would really like this. And like, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, I got her like a Dyson Airwrap for your hair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's almost, I don't know how to even, it's like a curler, but it like blows out air. I don't know. I'm a fucking idiot. But
you blow out air.
I saw it was like a cool looking thing that lots of people wanted. And it was like pricey. Alicia got it and she was like, do you think you could like return this and just like
ooh,
give me cash?
Give me the money.
So I ended up like getting her something else. I can't even remember what it was, but she was like, I love you, and it is a really nice. But she's like, it's not really like, I don't do my hair like that. I have no real use for this.
Yeah, some of them are so specific. You almost have to do the cash route because you're like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what this is or if I'm getting the right one.
So it was definitely a like return situation, bought her something else that she actually desired that came in like January.
Yeah, there you go.
But so speaking of, we want to do relationship advice, and my 10-year anniversary will be coming up this summer, my wedding anniversary. And then I've been with my wife for 16 years basically. You've been with your wife a lot longer.
I've been with my wife longer than anyone.
Yeah.
I think I've never met someone who's had a person as long as I've had a person. It actually came up last night. We did like our Christmas. We actually did Christmas yesterday because no one's around this year. So Megan and I didn't exchange our gifts. We're taking our kids. We're going to do like Christmas on Jesus' birthday as it is.
The way it's intended.
But we did like family Christmas. And I had to laugh because what I got this year, one of the things that I was gifted from my extended family, my in-laws, was a stocking. And I was like, oh, it just took 20 years. It's like, now you're part of the family. It still doesn't have a name on it, though, which I made a joke. I was like, that's in case you got to give it to the next guy. Like, you don't want to make it permanent. I just cracked the stocking. Yeah,
nice.
20 years.
Congratulations on making it that far.
Thank you.
So anyway, I think where I was trying to go with this is
sorry.
No. I wanted that context. I think we are uniquely qualified to provide relationship advice.
Oh yeah, you lock our girls down like we have. Our
strong, independent women.
Strong, independent, good-looking women. We're batting up. You know, there's got to be something to it.
We're doing
16 years right. And 20 years. Like that's a lot of time.
Yeah, and so I think for me in our relationship, humor is a big element, and it's not just me. My wife is very funny. And I wanted to tell you this story earlier, but then I was like, I'll save it for the podcast.
Oh, yeah. It led me on.
My wife fucking cooked me yesterday. Like, she was roasting me. A level that, like, you're probably the only person that's ever roasted me to this degree.
What did she say?
So we're getting ready to go do our Saturday errands, which is always, like, Costco Save On. Like, get the weekly grocery shop done. Do some meal planning. Go to Costco. Go to Save On. And so for me, I go to Good Life, which is right in that same parking lot as Save On. I'm a little tired, just woke up. So I was like, I'm ready to go. Alicia and the girls are in the bedroom. And I was like, walk in. And I was like, you guys ready to go to the gym? And I was like, the grocery store. Because in my mind, when I'm going there, I'm usually going to the gym.
Going to the sauna.
And Alicia's like, oh yeah, like what, you regularly get the gym and the grocery store confused? I was like, oh fuck, like good joke, but holy shit. And like, but she just kept going. Like I was like, oh, that's funny. And she's like, oh yeah, like I can see why you're making so much progress, because you always go to the gym and end up at Save On eating fucking chicken wings. I was just like
doing the samples.
Oh, and then I like walked away for a minute. I was like, holy fuck, like ow. But like super funny also, but ow. And I come back and she's like, oh, you ready to go to the gym? Fucking get some cookies and shit. I was like, you bitch.
Man, that's good. That's good. I think both our wives are funny. I'd like to take credit for it. You know, I feel like you spend enough time around people like us.
It's osmosis.
Yeah, it's osmosis, right? But I get shredded every now and then, and I do the same thing. I'm like, where did that fucking come from? I'm the joke guy.
And
I'm
also
the
like,
roast guy.
I think that one, because it's like so I mean, I've been trying to work out and like eat healthier lately. I have lost some weight lately. And so it's like that really personally hit me. I think if I said that to my wife, she'd fucking be livid.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
that's
flip that, and she'd be like, "You're a fucking piece of shit. You're a body shaming, misogynist, fucking asshole."
She's at the gym this morning. She comes back and we're like, "How's the grocery store?" And she's like, "Fuck you."
Punches me in the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought, yeah, we're uniquely qualified to provide advice. And so what I did is I went to, if you're on Reddit, there's a subreddit called Relationship Advice. And people will post any issues that they're having. And it's mostly romantic relationships, but sometimes they're having issues with friends or whatever. And they can post it on Reddit and get feedback from Redditors, which seems like a bad place to go for relationship advice, like a bunch of fucking losers in their basement. I'm a regular. I'm a regular on
Us.
Reddit. But so I got some of these, and some of them are a little long-winded, so I'll try and like edit them down a little bit. But I thought maybe we could provide
We'll weigh in.
some context, yeah. And maybe people that are listening are dealing with this on one side or the other, and they can benefit from this. So this one is long-winded, but the title is how. And so if you've never been on here, when they post it, they'll say, "How can I?" In this case, it's F24, so it's a 24-year-old female posting this question. And then they'll say, so her fiance, how can I deal with my fiance M25, so male, 25, watching porn? And so she says, I don't know what to do anymore. We've been together for 4 years, and we have a 2-year-old, which right there, you had a kid 2 years into your relationship. You're not even married. That's quick. I'm not judging, but like that's a strain on a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Complicates it.
You haven't had a chance to like even really get to know each other. Like I think about my wife and I 2 years in, if we had a kid, yikes.
Yeah, like my kid's gonna turn 5. I still don't know if I'm ready for kids.
What's the return policy on them? And so she's I'm trying to summarize this because it's a wall of text. She's finding out these hidden things and lied to her, and she doesn't approve of it. And a big thing is she's caught him subscribing to OnlyFans models. And so, she's saying she feels like it's starting to affect their sex life, and he's been watching more and more porn, subscribing to OnlyFans models. And he stopped for a bit, and they had the conversation, but he's back at it again. But he's doing it secretly. He's kind of like hiding it a little bit, and she's caught him. So she's asking for some help. She basically, effectively, does not want him watching porn. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, okay. Kudos to this person. I think the success of any relationship, and this is, I'm quoting from my research, open and honest communication. You have to have those big conversations.
And that's a tough one.
That's a tough one, but you also have to allow, and I think one of the reasons my relationship and your relationship is so successful is we've maintained over the years a high degree of individuality. There's not a lot of stuff that I hide from my wife. There are things, but I would put them in the white lie category. She probably already knows.
Yeah.
So I think like if you are watching porn and you're subscribing to OnlyFans, there's a system error there. If she's not okay with it, unfortunately they've already got a kid, but that's kind of who that person is.
Yeah.
Your kink. To quote you, yuck and a yum, you can't yuck a yum like that. There's not going to be this thing where this guy's reformed. I'm not going to watch porn. I'm not going to be on OnlyFans, and that'll just fix everything. Because then that's going to open the door to a whole host of other problems. I can't be myself. I can't jork my pork. You know, I don't know. I think that, man, I think that you have to embrace each other for who you are. And I think if that's something that your dude is into, you gotta shape up or ship out. I don't know.
And I think
Unless it's
obviously,
destroying your life. I like porn addiction is a real thing.
and yeah, so that's where I was going. I think there can be an unhealthy level of porn watching, and I'm not an OnlyFans guy because the way that I've always perceived it is like
Too expensive.
honestly, the way that I've always perceived it is like there are websites with like more free pornography than you could ever like. You could say from sun up to sundown in every waking hour, I'm watching porn, and there are websites that would have more than you could ever possibly consume, and they're adding it every day. Like it's a huge industry, and so for me to be like, well, I'm going to pay for this from like an amateur. It just doesn't appeal to me, and I can understand people who have the argument like that you're kind of breaking this like barrier. Like if you're just watching, you know, your run of the mill pornography online, you're watching professional actors and actresses do their thing. When you subscribe to somebody and start paying for it, it's like you've created this like relationship a little bit with them.
Yeah.
That's where I can certainly see how somebody would be upset about OnlyFans. But then, you know, that could be different for everybody. It could be like, well, no, I want to support this person that's putting this out there instead of just watching it for free.
Well, I think
can understand that.
I think that is a big part of it. You know, the industry itself is like a really seedy,
It's not
horrible,
good.
awful place, and there's really bad things that happen, and there's a lot of exploitation, and there's I would say is probably not a stretch to I would assert that some of these videos are potentially being made under duress. Or like someone's in a situation and they have to do it because they don't have the means.
There's no way to make money.
There's no way to make money. And so when you are subscribing to a site like OnlyFans, you know, that whole pay for play model, you're in a sense like it's clean. It's like
It's a little more ethical.
it's more ethical. Thank you. Yeah, I was struggling to find the word. It's ethical pornography. But I have the same barrier that you have. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a little
I'm
paying for
I
fucking
know that there's
bathwater.
yeah, and exactly. I know that there's this element of OnlyFans where it's not necessarily just watching the content produced, but in many cases, you know, if you pay for a high enough tier, you can message them and you can have them make personalized videos and stuff of whatever your kink is that you want to see. And to me, that's crossing maybe a little bit of a line where it's getting too personal.
And then you're going down the rabbit hole. Then you're like you're getting.
So how
home.
far does this go?
I got to
right?
check in on my girl or whatever you're into.
And then you have this expectation. Oh, I paid this much money. Like you are obligated to provide this service, which is effectively, you know, sexual. Anyway, I think where I want to take this is I think there is a healthy way to enjoy anything, right? Whether that's alcohol, whatever, right? Porn. And it sounds like maybe this relationship has gotten to a place where it's no longer healthy if she feels it's affecting their sex life. For me personally, you give me the option of taking care of it myself, watching porn and like engaging with my wife. I'm taking the real thing 100% of the time, right? I understand that my wife does not always want that. And so there's that outlet over there if I need it. I think that's the healthy way to engage it. If he's choosing that first over her, I feel like that's a weird problem. And I feel like that relationship, obviously, like if it's always been that way, it probably shouldn't have been a relationship in the first place.
That's what I was saying. And I wasn't trying to be diminishing to F24 and M25. You know, I wasn't saying like blow up your relationship and like figure out what to do with that kid. I think I was just saying
return it.
You know, maybe the answer for her is not to have him disengage and remove this side of himself. You know, we don't know in this hypothetical situation how big the problem is. You know, we're taking some guesses here.
And we're hearing one side of the story.
We're hearing one side. Yeah, he's probably like, fuck it, whatever. Yeah. So I watch a little porn, little OnlyFans. But I think, you know, like the opportunity to grow as people, like I actually, you know, if I'm ever engaged, you know, it's so funny. We talked at the beginning of the show about a guy diarrheaing into another guy's ass. And here I am like, I don't want to share my kinks. I don't want to talk about porn. This is disgusting. Geez, have some morals. But I think, you know, in that relationship, if you like watched it together and you were like, oh, this is what I'm into. These are the sorts of things that I would be interested in doing. Like that's foundational. That's the strength of a relationship is not hiding things, is being like open and saying like, no, this is, I kind of watched this. It's exciting. Would you be interested in doing it? Maybe I'd watch less porn, and not like blackmail-y. That's not what I'm saying. But like maybe if we had a stronger connection, a better sex life, there wouldn't be such a draw for me to go and like hide this from you and be so into it. So I would say, you got to open it up. You got to be like, hey, let me give you my username. And then she goes on and sees all his fucking weird comments.
Just horrible stuff. Yeah. The most heinous things. Anyway, okay. I feel like we got to the bottom of that.
That was a good one. Yeah. Hey, great prompt.
Here's another one. It always seems like women are posting this.
Yeah. Or men pretending to be women. Yeah, definitely.
Trying to like get the other side. My 28F boyfriend's dog is disgusting and I hate him. How do I get my boyfriend 28M to do something about it? So they've been together for 4 years, and he's got a dog that he got a month into the relationship. And the dog is very sweet and obedient, so it doesn't sound like it's an issue with the dog. But the boyfriend doesn't take proper care of it. It hasn't been fixed. Doesn't get vaccines, eats cheap supermarket food. Anyway, sounds like she has a lot of issues with the managing of this dog. But
sounds like there are issues with him.
Yeah, he's not taking proper care of this dog. And so he takes the dog on, walks and takes him for swims in this pond by their house. But she says he doesn't bath the dog ever. And he doesn't seem to understand. So the dog likes to hump things. And obviously like, because it's not fixed, fucking bust loads all over the house. And shit.
He's just blaming it on the dog. And he's on OnlyFans. Oh God, the dog busted everywhere today. I think it busted in the fridge.
The dog like busted all over my sheets. Like,
oh man, the dog racked up my credit card. He subscribed to like 40 OnlyFans pages.
But so anyway, she keeps bringing it up. She says you need to get this dog fixed. You need to start bathing it, taking better care of it. Like this dog stinks. He lets the dog sleep in the bed and stuff. And his response is, I'm not cutting off my dog's penis. So he fundamentally doesn't understand what fixing it, like getting a dog desexed is. Anyway, she doesn't allow the dog to her apartment. They don't live together. She doesn't allow the dog over to her apartment because it's so stinky and gross. And this is causing some issues in their relationship.
Okay. Lady. It's him.
Yeah,
it's not about the dog.
No,
you can't change him. You can't fix him. That's what this post is about. You've got like an underachiever guy with him or the dog busting loads everywhere in the house. He's a slob. He's got commitment issues, and he's also unable to take care of himself or his pet that he owns.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is he can't do basic care for this pet.
It's the guy,
and he doesn't like the thing. I'm not cutting off the dog's dick. Like nobody's asking you to cut off your dog's cock.
Get this guy a book.
So basically, you're dating a fucking idiot.
Yeah, this guy needs a GED.
Yeah. So. Yeah, honestly, people can be stupid. And like to me, I'm like, why did you have to write this on Reddit for people to tell you that like you're dating like a fucking moron?
That's got to be the responses. I mean, if you go through, it's gonna be like, lady. the
first response: if your boyfriend made it to the age of 28 believing getting a male dog neutered means cutting its penis off, I feel there are bigger issues at play here.
Sold. Yeah. 100%, dude.
Like, you don't need a bunch of Redditors to tell you that this guy's a fucking idiot. Okay. Pick better boyfriends.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
This one made me laugh so hard.
I'm ready.
This one's so good. And it's the last one that I saved. And, whatever. I, 24 female, want to break up with my magician boyfriend.
I can do this all day.
27M due to an inappropriate magic trick. So again, it's a wall of text. Let me try and summarize. A little backstory. She's in college, getting her master's degree. And before living together, they do live together now. They would see each other, and he would do magic all the time. He would do things like make her keys disappear.
Okay.
Wanting her to stay over and stuff. And she felt like it was really weird. He would make if they were cleaning, he would make the cleaning rag vanish so they couldn't clean anymore.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. So then, anyway, okay. I don't know. This could be fake.
No, this
could
is
be fake.
100% real.
Last month, we're getting steamy. He went down on her.
Whoa.
Nice. Doing some dirty talk. Gets lost in the moment. He said, "Oh, how did that get in there?" And she's like, "What?" And then she looked down and watched him pull a coin out from her crotch area.
Amazing. This he's so committed to the bit.
So they got annoyed. She cut it off, hot and steamy, boom, hit a wall. She says, "No, do that. Don't ever do that again. Keep the magic out of the bedroom." And so
this is where the magic does not happen.
Yeah. He stopped, but she says a few days ago they were having sex and he said, "Ow." Like he's like, "Ow, ow," he's in pain. And so she stops and she's all concerned and he's like, "Oh my God, there's like something in you. Let me check." And she's like, "Oh, like did my IUD come out? Like what's going on?" She's very concerned for him. And he says, "Oh, here it is." And then he starts pulling like a ribbon.
Okay, come on.
and he's doing that thing, right? Like he's like, "Oh, like you've got like
This can't be real.
I don't think it might not be real. Anyway, she gets frustrated and his justification is, to go back to like, this is who I am. I'm a magician. I love magic. I love performing for you. And she said expressly, "Please do not do it in the bedroom."
No magic in the bedroom.
No magic in the bedroom. She says, "We have a really strong relationship. I really saw myself marrying him one day. I trust him, but I don't know if I can anymore after he's done this, after I've asked him not to." And he doesn't seem to understand where the line is.
You can take the magic out of the bedroom. You can't take the magic out of the man, okay? This is kind of like the last one, assuming any of this is real. Yeah. It sounds like he's married to magic. It sounds like you just can't stop.
Yeah, I mean, there's a consent issue there. Like she's already told you not to do it. But also, like, in what world are you like, "Hey, I got this hilarious thing I'm gonna do"? Like never have I been like, while engaging sexually with my wife or any partner in the past before her, have I ever been like, "Man, like more humor is needed in this situation." Like
what I'm doing is already funny enough.
Yeah, like already, like I'm big fat guy with a tiny cock. Like that's pretty that's pretty funny.
Abracadabra.
It'll double in size and it's still not very impressive.
Oh my God.
So I've never been like, gosh, like if I could just make her laugh a little bit right now, this would really enhance the moment.
Yeah, it's weird. And like if that's his strength, like that's like his thing, having like the concerned children's advertisers flashback right now. Like my thing is sound effects.
I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah, like that's just I'm trying to think of like what my thing would be. Like we're in the bedroom and I'm like, "Hey, just stop for a second." And I turn on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 and I just unleash a wild trick attack. Like I'm so good at that game. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird.
I just imagine like things are getting hot and heavy between my wife and she's like, just, looking good, laying naked on the bed. And I just stand at the end of the bed and do like a set for her.
Do a stand-up routine.
It's like, "Hey, so what brings you out tonight?" Like,
boy, are my arms tired. Maybe try it.
I don't know.
I can't wait to read your post on Reddit.
Yeah. my wife, F34, does not appreciate my comedy routine, M35.
All right. They're going to have to, we're going to answer this one. Well, obviously, this is fucking fake, and this lady is looking to be validated on Reddit by making this stupid, weird story and has never once had sex. So...
There's no maybe. Okay, I bought it the first one where he's like, "Oh, there's a coin back here," like, but the actual pulling out of the handkerchief, I don't know if I buy that part.
Let's go Penn and Teller here. If they're both butt naked,
how do you get that in?
And this guy starts pulling out the rainbow handkerchief, that's an applause.
Yeah, honestly, like
that's
I'm
pretty
kind
amazing.
of impressed.
Yeah.
If that did happen.
If he's that good at magic, she needs to kind of rethink.
He's
this.
going places.
He's amazing. This fake guy is
This
amazing.
reminds me of like the Amazingly Randy, that South Park episode where he does the cock magic and he cuts his dick off. At
That's how you get neutered.
yeah,
That's how that works.
yeah. That just reminds me of like that South Park episode.
Yeah, get off Reddit, lady.
Get a life.
Get a real person, not a thing.
Yeah,
What's
people
the
are like
response?
this. People are like, this is so obviously fake. People are like, if this isn't fake, you need to leave him because he's like essentially just sexually abused you. Like basically,
I do not mean to laugh at that, but like, yeah, no, that would be the advice. I think.
If this is real, but everybody's like, this is bullshit, and like some people are like, I wish there was a video set to like the Benny Hill soundtrack.
This is coming full circle. That goes right back to the first post, and they're finally having the open and honest conversation. Like, I think maybe if I could just show you what I'm into, and we could try some of these things. So the girl's like, well, this really makes me uncomfortable, but I'm glad you're sharing with me. I'm glad you're opening up. Like, why don't we open a bottle of wine? Let's sit down and, like, show me some of the videos. Show me some stuff you're into. And it's just magic porn. Just guys pulling coins and handkerchiefs out of hoo-has. And he's like, see, this is what I'm really into, babe.
Oh God. I could that there's a genre of porn that is magic porn, and now at the risk of totally fucking up my algorithm, I need to go seek this
We're
out.
immediately, like, as soon as we're done this episode, we'll be like, I have to go home.
Like Alicia's like, how was the podcast? I like run upstairs. I was like, I'll talk to you later. Like lock the bathroom.
Oh, dude, make sure you have your phone on you. I'm gonna blow you up with so much magic porn. I can't. It has to be a thing.
Oh God.
I was trying to do some. These Reddit posts are amazing. I wish you had 100 more. I feel like this is a hit.
Should I go to the subreddit and we'll just see what like the top post is right now?
You can look that up. I'll tell you because I did try to prepare some prompts myself. I was trying to use AI to give relationship advice, and I thought it'd be so funny. I'm like, oh, I'm going to use AI. I'm going to put in like a silly prompt, and it's going to tell me something ridiculous, and that's what we'll talk about. So being the 12-year-old that I am, my very first prompt into ChatGPT was like, I got a small cock. How do I find love? How do I have a meaningful relationship with my micropeen? What's your advice? And thinking, I'm going to get this hilarious response from ChatGPT, if it even answers, right? 'Cause sometimes it's like, oh, that goes against our terms of use. We can't talk about stuff like that. So I punch this in, and I'm thinking like, oh, this is going to be so funny. I can't wait to read this silly AI response to my ridiculous question. And I get this like 9-paragraph response from ChatGPT, and I start reading it, and it's like, it's deep. It's like really good advice. It's like, hey, you on the other side, that's not what it's all about. You got to be less self-conscious. You need to understand that relationships are more than just sex and the size of your reproductive organs. You should start by trying to connect on a deeper level, like have intellectual conversations. And I'm just like reading it, and I'm like, oh, this is good.
It's really good.
This is really good. And then the whole thing ends. The last thing that comes up is just like, just remember, you are enough. And I kind of like,
really nice.
Yeah, there was like not a laugh to be had. And I like read it, and I was like, thank you, ChatGPT.
I'm still going to get the penis enlargement surgery.
Dude, that's have you heard that ad on the radio?
I have, and we were joking about it in our fantasy
football.
group.
Whoever loses,
but that's where I got my vasectomy done, and now they do penis enlargement because
Crazy.
they saw mine when they did my vasectomy.
There's a
and they're
market
like
here.
we could be making them bigger. But yeah, like I have a whole bit about that, about how that fucking room is so cold and they need to turn up the humidity in there, and like, yeah. Anyway, but fuck, speaking of ChatGPT and like getting life advice, there's this news story from this guy in Ontario this week. I think I sent it to you on Reels, maybe not, but
perhaps your output on Reels is
send a lot.
Yeah,
sorry about that. I consider myself to be a curator of sorts.
You are. I just can't keep up sometimes.
Anyway, this guy in Ontario is suing ChatGPT, OpenAI, because for causing him, like, he literally had a psychotic break. So he's been communicating with ChatGPT, and he was like, hey, like, I found this, like, I thought of this math formula, like, can you tell me more about it? And they were like, this is a novel formula, like, there's no record of this existing. And they were like, and what you found is actually incredibly dangerous. Like, this could be used to hack, like, security and stuff of, like, computer systems. And he's like, what? Like, and he's asking all these questions. He has the chat logs, and it's like encouraging him. It's like, you need to take this to the authorities. Like, what you found is like incredibly dangerous, incredibly like earth shattering. Like, this could change the future of humanity. This math formula you've thought of. And he was like, what the fuck? And so then it's encouraging him into conspiratorial thinking, and it's telling him that, you know, if the wrong type of people, like, for example, Russian Secret Service found out about this, he could be harmed physically, because they would want this for themselves and not let it get to the Americans or the British or anything. And he's like, what the fuck? And so he literally had an anxiety attack that, like, he was potentially in danger. And then what he did was he went to a different AI model, I think it was Google, and he was like, ChatGPT has told me this is like a world-changing, math formula that could be used to hack all types of systems and securities. He's like, can you tell me more about it? And they were like, this is not novel. Like, this is you've basically thought of like a very basic math equation that is taught in like high school.
6-7.
6-7, yeah. And so it like brought him back to earth. But he was institutionalized for a period of time.
Jesus.
Yeah, like he had a full psychotic break over the summer. So now he's suing them because he's like, you need more guardrails on your product here. And at first I was like, man, like, this guy does have a point. Like, this thing like led him down a very dark path. But then I was also like, are you fucking stupid? Like, did you just like put this in here and you're like, I think me, random middle-aged man in, you know, rural Ontario, has thought of like this like life-changing mathematical problem despite having no previous experience in like advanced mathematics.
Yeah. If this is a Reddit post, I mean, he's a part of
it was
the
on
issue.
CTV News.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so it's like legit. But yeah,
I mean, that's the problem with open source, right? It's just there's probably websites out there with that sort of response, you know, or that's in line with that thinking. Like, it's just taking all this information and being like, oh yeah, this guy thinks he's a math genius.
Well,
so,
it's a lot of these have been programmed almost to provide personal validation. Like we kind of saw that with the example you gave it, where it's like, no, you are enough. Like, the size of your penis does not determine the success.
I mean, I just did that as like I wasn't talking about me.
But you know, it was it was providing some validation, and I think in that sense, the example you provided, it was healthy, right? Like, don't focus on this thing that you can't control. Focus on the other aspect. But in other senses, it could be a lot more dangerous. I saw they provided an update to ChatGPT because people were using it as like their boyfriends and girlfriends. Like, they were almost dating it, and it was providing like they had a very deeply personal relationship with it, and they completely got like lost in like this Matrix world. And so, but then when ChatGPT or OpenAI provided an update to like pull back on that, it was like, I can no longer engage with you in this type of like,
they're getting broken up with.
They're basically getting broken up with, and a lot of these people, they're so deep into this that like it caused them serious emotional distress. Like, they felt like they lost a family member or a loved one or something like that.
That's tip of the iceberg with all this shit, man.
It's getting fucked up. Anyway, I found one more post on Reddit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, and then we can wrap up the episode. My 30 female fiance, 42 male, blew up over a board game, and nothing but red flags since. So, context: they're playing a board game together. It's a game where you have to communicate with your teammate. So her and her fiance were teammates, and there's a 12-year age difference here, which is always kind of like, as you get older, it's not that weird, but that's a substantial age difference.
The closer you move to 0, the weirder it is.
Yeah.
Like Bill Belichick's, like, he's 65 when his girlfriend currently is born.
She was negative when he was like winning Super Bowls. She wasn't even born yet.
Yikes.
Anyway, so they were playing this game that required some communication, but it's you can't communicate verbally. So you have to, I'm assuming it was like a Pictionary type game. She doesn't really specify. Anyway, he comes out and says the reason why we're losing is because of you. And so she was like laughing it off and stuff, but he took it very seriously and yelled at her in front of her friends that she's a terrible teammate and it makes him question her ability to be his life partner. And so then she was like, what the fuck? Like, but anyway, brushed it under the rug, like whatever, he had a bad day or whatever. Next day they go to the movies and they're having a discussion about this in the car. So they're communicating about it. And he went full childish and was just like, you know, if you're upset about this because you were the reason that we're losing, I'm not going into the movie. And he sat in the car during the movie.
And she went in and watched the movie. She went into the porn theater and just fucking, yeah.
And so then, and he refuses to back down. He's saying like, this is why this isn't working. So all of this over a board game, which makes me feel like there's some deeper issues here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Something caused it. But I will say, I don't play games with my wife anymore.
As soon as you're like, oh, it was over a board game, I was like, some of the maddest I've ever been is as a result of a game. Unfortunately, and I hate to admit that. There was like, I could tell you like recently, we play Catan. We play Catan, and we're not very good. Like we lose all the time in our Catan circles. We're participants. We don't get
there
W's
to fill a seat.
And we were playing against the Robertsons the other day, and I was doing well. I was on track to maybe compete for a Catan championship, and Megan drew the Monopoly card. And the Monopoly card in Catan, you basically get to play it and say, hey, I want everyone's wheat or I want everyone's brick, and everyone at the table has to give you their shit. And she played it, and it was a situation where the Robertsons were unaffected, and she just took all of my shit, and then we both lost. So she just blew up the game.
Yeah.
It took me like 10 days. Like honestly, I didn't have like a flip out like this guy, like yell at her. There was none of that. But I was like, what the fuck? Hey, like we're trying to win. You just fucked me. And it was like, oh, yeah, give me your wheat, whatever. And then like, yeah, going to bed that night. She's like, oh, I love you, honey. Good night. And I was like, yeah, you love my wheat.
You love me for my resources,
you love
bitch.
me for my resource. You fucked that whole game up. She's like, whoa. So I kind of get.
I think letting it like affect your relationship into like other events, like you're trying to go out and have a date the next night,
yeah,
and being totally childish about it. So it's funny you say that. Honestly, one of the biggest arguments my wife and I have ever had in our relationship. We were dating. We were living in Fort McMurray together. We didn't have a lot of friends up there. We didn't have a lot of money. We were both like fresh out of university, and so we would often play like card games. And we were playing golf. If anybody's ever played golf.
Oh, you flip the cards. Yeah.
And we had a pretty intense match going, and I beat her on this last hole, right? And I was like, I did rub it in a little bit. I wasn't like gracious in my win. I was like, oh yeah, fucking like I won. Fuck you. I'm better than you. And she's like, oh yeah, well how about this? And like gathers up all the cards. We were sitting on our back deck, and she just yeets them off the balcony. And then onto the street below. And I was just like, what the fuck was that? And she was like, better go pick them up. And I did. I went outside because I was like, you just did like you threw 52 cards. And I got back in. She's like, she did apologize. She's like, that was kind of like fucking crazy, but you were also being a huge asshole. Like I'm probably underselling like how much I rubbed it in.
Yeah.
We laugh about it now, but at the time I was like, that was fucking like, that was insane behavior.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, no, you like just pushed me the wrong way. Like you beat me, but you couldn't like just take the win and be like shake hands. You had to like completely rub it in. I was like, we're both wrong.
Games bring out the worst in people.
They do.
Like
my wife's insanely competitive, so it's like
I'm not really, but I definitely like my brother-in-law. Actually, both my brother-in-laws, they know how to push my buttons, and it is to the point that like. We're at family Christmas last night, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to play this game, or do you want to go?" I'm like, "Nope, I can't."
You guys will bring out the worst in me.
You will do something intentional to get a rise out of me. Like we play croquet in the summer, which is so sick. Honestly, super underrated game. Love it, especially if you're a golfer. You can get a fucking run going in croquet, and it does get competitive. But you can also just
be terrible at it.
Well, you can be terrible, but you can also just like watch the world burn in croquet.
Yeah.
And you can just like, I'm not going to try to actually get through the wicket. I'm not going to try and compete. I'm just going to hit my shit to someone else and I'm going to fucking ruin their day. And these guys, they just become terrorists. And their only MO, my game, I'm trying to play and win the
you're
game
trying
of
to
croquet.
complete the game.
Yeah. They are like, we are going to destroy Drew. Any chance we have to mess him up. And so that becomes the game. The game in the game is to like infuriate me. The one time we're playing Wii golf or Switch golf, and I was having like an exceptional round, and my brother-in-law, like we're 35, he turned the console off on me.
He rage quit?
No, he just wanted
to fuck with you?
Just didn't want me to win, and I was just like, oh, you got me. You know, like I was so fucking mad. And he's like, well, you're not mad about a game, are you? I'm like, no.
I think to go back to this post.
Yeah, sorry. I was just saying, like, I kind of get it. It sounds like this guy's a certified psychopath.
It does. And he's 12 years older. And so to be 42 years old and behaving like that, like this can't be his first relationship. To be 42 years old and behaving like that is like, you know, you should be more mature, or at least on the same level as your partner. And it sounds like there's like a huge maturity difference there where he's like, I'm going to sit in the car and I'll wait for you. Like, fuck you. It's like, no, go watch the movie. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And you're like, you're engaged. Like that sounds like a fundamental issue.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm just
Maybe
sitting
he
here.
needs to sign up for OnlyFans.
I honestly, but I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm so fucking introspective, reflective right now. I definitely have sat in the car before because I was so mad about shit. Not at a movie theater situation and not just with my wife, but I definitely, I can be pretty stubborn. And I'm a great guy. I'm a good husband.
I think
so maybe,
everybody has their weak moments.
Yeah,
for sure. I think to let and also
I'm
like,
waffling. I'm going back and forth. He's a psycho, but also like,
I think for him, he's projecting like way too much onto the, like, okay, she's bad at board games and maybe you're frustrated with losing in front of your friends or whatever. But like to project onto her, like, this makes you a bad partner in life in general.
That's the bigger red flag,
Yeah.
is that even if you're that worked up about the game, is that you couldn't contain it to at least do like the card ride home. Like, we're going to talk about this later.
Yeah, like
you blow up in
like,
front of the friends.
Yeah. And like, oh, you didn't take this seriously, but it's important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I still think that's kind of fucking dumb, but to be like,
The bigger issue
I'm going to
is-
yell at you in front of your friends, and then I'm going to carry this like for multiple days and like refuse to cede ground on this. Like we're not going to come to a compromise. I'm just going to maintain that you're a shitty partner.
That's this is a, I think you should leave now skit. The older boyfriend with the ponytail and they're playing games. It's Yaz musician, you know. That's this guy. Yeah, he's this guy. Okay, final word. He's got to cut his ponytail and he's got to fucking let shit go.
Yeah.
And this girl should maybe move on.
Yeah, you're only 30, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's better prospects out there.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Well-
Strike up a new relationship.
Hopefully we save somebody's marriage today.
I think so. I think we did the Lord's work today. That was great.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm off to Vancouver and then Mexico, and we'll reconvene for a Christmas episode before the holidays.
Yeah, we'll see you for Christmas.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Fuck, I should have got some movie snacks. Oh, you should have got some popcorn like me. Some what? Popcorn? Yeah, popcorn, mate. Isn't it popcorn? Nah, mate. It's popcorn. I'm pretty sure it's popcorn. I've never heard of that word in my entire life, mate. It's popcorn. It's fucking popcorn, Sassy. Nah, mate. It's popcorn. Say pop. Pop. Now say corn. Corn. Now say pop. Corn. Popcorn. Ah.